Spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert.
Back to spells and enchantments, potions and friends. To Gryffindor, Ravenclaw, Slytherin. Back to the place where our story begins at Hogwarts, Hogwarts.
I'm sorry, what's its name?
Hogwarts, Hogwarts.
I didn't hear you, kid!
Hogwarts, Hogwarts.
Man, I'm glad I'm back.
Good morning, everybody. It's Friday, and today we're talking about The Fault in Our Stars, which I do not currently have with me because it is in my friend's room, and she's taking forever to read it. Maybe I just think that because I read it in 2 days. This video is going to have spoilers. Just so you know, stop watching this video right now if you have not read The Fault in Our Stars. I don't even care if you're like, I don't care about spoilers. No. If you have not read the book, you stop this video right now. Now that we've all got the people here who've read The Fault in Our Stars, holy crap, this is an amazing book! This is one of John Green's best books. I need to read it again before I decide if it's better than Looking for Alaska or not, but I certainly cried more reading this one than I did reading Looking for Alaska. With Looking for Alaska, there's like that one moment of, oh my god, this is so sad. But with The Fault in Our Stars, it was just like from the very beginning, you were like, this is going to be sad. Like halfway through, I started crying. Here is where the spoilers are coming in. So if you didn't leave before, leave now. It was right when Augustus was all like, hey, BT dubs, I'm full of cancer. It was beautifully written. Just like him sitting on a chair and Hazel with like her head in his lap, wrapping her arms around his waist, crying. Like that's such a powerful image for me. I thought that was just beautiful. I think that was the first time I cried in that book. And then from that point on, it was just like every third page I just started crying. I certainly cried the most at the end. I totally thought the ending was going to be a little bit different, especially when she started talking about the notebook and Augustus had been writing something to her and she goes out to find it. I was so certain she was going to find that notebook and she was going to start reading it and it was going to be all about Hazel, but then it was going to cut off mid-sentence. I was absolutely sure that was going to happen, and I would have bawled for 3 days. I don't know, maybe it would have been a bit cheesy. I was so sure that was how it's going to happen. Overall, this is one of John Green's best books, absolutely. I love, love, love the characters so much. I think he did an amazing job of portraying some real kids. I mean, I guess they weren't too real because they talk like English scholars and no one really talks that way, though I agree with Nia, I wish I could. And like they were just like a bunch of kids trying to deal with like this horrible disease that they all have that's going to like kill or blind all of them, and they're just trying to live their lives and be as happy as they can, like given what they've got. I think that's a really, really good message. Augustus is awesome. Thank you for finally giving us a male character that us women can fawn over. He's romantic and handsome and funny and smart, and I spent the whole time just going, hey Augustus, how's it going? I went into the book being like, I wonder how John Green is going to write a female character. I wasn't worried about it. I wasn't like, oh, I don't know if he's going to be able to do it or not. No, not for a second. I was like, it's John Green. He can do anything. And he wouldn't be writing from a girl's perspective if he couldn't do it. So I knew it was going to be fine. But I was just kind of curious. Like, I started reading the book thinking like, oh, okay, how's he writing from a girl? And like 10 pages in, I stopped thinking about it. It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. What else made me cry? The eulogy scene made me cry a lot. The whole book was so sad. And I was so upset when we, like, just the one scene where Augustus is all like, I lit up like a Christmas tree. I was like, no, you're gonna die. Why would you do that to me? And I mean, going into the book, it's a book about a bunch of kids who have cancer. I mean, obviously, people are gonna die. I was actually very impressed with how many people died and how, like, real and gritty it got sometimes. Like, she would go to her support group and there would just be, like, one less person there. It was scary, even. Or just, like, Augustus, who was supposed to be, like, cancer-free. Like, in the course of, I don't know, it did not seem like very long at all. I'm not sure how long it actually was. But it did not seem like it took any time at all. All of a sudden, he's in a wheelchair, he can't walk, he's, like, going insane. He's sleeping all the time. Like, that's so scary. I really enjoy that John Green was like, yep, life pretty much sucks for these people. Like, she's gonna die, he's blind, he's gonna die. Also, now he's dead. Like, life just sucks. All their friends are dead. Like, they don't really hang out with anybody but their parents or each other. Life sucks. Like, their lives are so hard, but at the same time, they're still, like, joking around. Like, I can't even think of any of the jokes now, but Augustus got some really good ones about Isaac going blind. Like, I think those were my favorite ones. Like, the Isaac blind jokes, I think, were the best. I think on the cover of the book it's like, it'll make you laugh and cry. Yeah, that last letter that Isaac wrote just had me bawling. Let me tell you something. I was sitting in here, in my bed, right over there, and reading the book. It was 3 o'clock in the morning, I think, when I finished the book. And, like, I just couldn't put it down. I'm reading it, and I get to the end, and, like, it gets really sad really quickly, and I'm just like, no, it's getting so sad. And, like, I cried a little bit, like, at bits and pieces earlier on in the book, but, like, at the end, that last letter, I started bawling. And, like, I was actually crying. And generally, when I don't want to cry, I can hold it back. But this was not one of those times. I was just, like, I was bawling, and I was trying so hard to be quiet, because if you look right over there, that is my roommate's bed. So we are very close to each other, and I was trying so hard not to wake her up, because how was I going to explain that? Hey, don't worry, I'm just crying at 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, it just sucks. Everything sucks, and it's awful. But at the same time, it doesn't feel like that depressing reading it, just because all the characters are so, like, okay, let's try again. Like, okay, make a joke about it, you know? So that's pretty much all I had to say. The Fault in Our Stars is amazing. John Green is a genius. Miranda, I will see you on Monday. Knox!